You know, it doesn't really matter how many years you are on the dragon's path. It matters on what you've seen and what you learn and what you experience during your awakening, you can say. Your awakening is actually the most important part of your dragon's path. The beginning, the start, the moment when you realize that you are a dragon witch, that you are on the dragon's path. That is the most important moment of your entire path, of course. The beginning, the start, the awakening. And the awakening is with every one of us completely different than from each other. So I can explain, of course, how my awakening occurred and how my awakening happened, but it's a complete separate story of what you are going to have. An awakening, a draconic awakening, yeah, the word draconic says enough. It's going to be harsh sometimes. And for example, my awakening was chaos, complete chaos, and it was also strong. It was like it all over the place. I was so damn confused. I didn't know what was going on, and I had no one to turn to say this is going on. You know, in this entire world, of course, you can go to a priest and say, "Yeah, I have an awakening. I've seen Jesus," but in this case, I've seen a dragon. Where can you go? Of course, everyone will say you're crazy. Sane asylum. That is where you can go. But no, a lot of people in this world have this. They can see dragons. They can feel dragons. They don't even have to see dragons. But they also feel dragons, and they are very much connected and feel very much kin to dragons, of course, but they can never go to anywhere. And that is what I had. My first 7 years, I didn't know where to go to, but I never left the dragon behind. I always wanted to continue my dragon's path, and that is how strong it is. My awakening, the beginning, was so strong. I never wanted to turn my back on the dragon, never whatsoever. I made it even my entire life, my life purpose, to understand the dragon and to know what this path is and where it's leading to. I made it my life. And that is also what the beginning of your path does. The beginning of your path explains to you where your path is going. Of course, I've seen an awakening also happening slowly, calmly, so that it's not like a hammer on the head like with me. But sometimes a draconic awakening can also be gentle and slowly and not too fast. And so, like I said, every dragon awakening can be so different. But if I can explain mine, you know what is actually very important to have is to have someone on your side, by your side, that somewhere understand what you are going through, because a draconic awakening is something that you go through. It's not so easy. It's sometimes, like I said, in spiritualities or in religion, they always say, I have seen that kind of God, or I am born again. Well, actually, on the dragon's path, or in the path of or draconic Wicca, this is it has a whole new meaning of being saying that you are born again, because that is what happened to me. It was like something of myself died inside of the dragon realm, and something new replaced myself. It's like the dragon came and something in myself was awakened, something completely new, something that I didn't actually know, but was already there since I was born. So it was already there all this time. But I didn't know that. I didn't know it. It was the dragon that showed me that. And that is also what a draconic awakening is. The dragon shows you a soul that you didn't even know that you had. So your draconic soul. And inside of your body has a place that is very sensitive. That is actually normally the entrance of your draconic soul. So every draconic awakening can be so different, but also harsh. You know, like I said, it scarred me, literally scarred me. The draconic awakening, you can say that it's very fun. Of course it's fun. It's like the veil between you and the dragon is going away. It's disappearing. That is something that I cannot explain in words. A draconic awakening, my draconic awakening at least, is something that I cannot explain in words. So it's the connection that you have with your dragon is so unique and so something that you always wanted, something that you always desired, and finally, without even knowing it, it's there. It's what you are for all the time. And like I said, you cannot turn into to priests or whatever. Oh no, don't go to someone that claims themselves to be a dragon priest. Don't do that. Don't. Because they don't know your dragon. I do not know your dragon, but I do know once you are awakened, it's like feeling that you are being born again. because that is what it is. Your draconic soul is being touched by a dragon and awakened. And it's, for the first 7 years, I thought I was alone in the world, and that is actually a bit of my story, but I still continue to do everything because I know it's real. I know it's real. I've seen the dragon, and I've seen all of this dragon magic that I can do, because you unlock powers. You unlock draconic powers. You unlock so-called, that is sometimes what I say. I look like Jesus because I can do miracles. Well, I can do dragon magic. I can manipulate and shift things. And that is what I discovered in these 7 years, because I was undistracted by humans. I didn't turn to anyone, and that was my luck, that I didn't find anyone. It was like it was supposed to be. It was just me and my dragon. And my dragon was my teacher for everything. And who is the best one to teach you the draconic ways is, of course, the dragon. And there was no human involved saying that I have to listen to them. No, they don't know my dragon. My dragon knows everything by himself. And I learned so much. And after 7 years, it was like it was supposed to be. Out of nowhere, I came to learn to know someone. The first one that I've ever known, that was also on the path of the dragon, that was Tom. His name was Tom, and he was out of nowhere. He just had his draconic awakening. He was searching for someone to explain to him what it is, and that was, it's coincidence? I don't know. We are connected to each other. Sometimes things are supposed to happen. And then I came to realize, if there is him, there should be others. And indeed, there are others, but we are not saying this out loud. We are just not, we seem to be some kind of afraid to tell, like embarrassed to tell that we are actually by the side of dragons. It's not ridiculous. I cannot say it enough. It's not. I used to be afraid to pronounce the name dragon, but we shouldn't. We should be proud of that. We should be actually so proud that no one else in this world is actually telling anything about the dragon. Yet, the dragon is what attracts us. The dragon is what we are. The dragon path is what we are. So nature as well. I mean, it has a story. All of it has a story. And you as well has a story. Everything has a story in this world. So, but it's actually very also important. After these 7 years, I decided to tell my sister for the first time. I decided to tell her, and it was like, I have to tell you something. I actually am, believing in dragons, and I worship them, and he's actually by my side. And my God, it was like out of fear. And she actually was saying, "Oh, that is interesting. That is nice. That is actually beautiful." And that is a good response. So maybe I can say to others. Of course, my dad doesn't want to hear it, even though I know he knows, because he saw so much paranormal activity by my side. But to have someone by your side to listen to you is actually very interesting, because you get to, I get to hear so many times how stupid it is, how idiotic it is, how insane it is to believe in dragons. Well, actually, it's not ridiculous. It's not stupid. It's not nothing like that at all. It's something it's a phenomena that happens to you. You are born in the hands of the dragon, and you supposed to have a dragon soul that is asleep to you. But you don't have to look at that moment. You just need to look that you are on the path of the dragon, that you want to go on the path of the dragon, that you want to be there, that you want to be on the side of the dragon, and that you desire it. That is the only thing that you need to know. Do you desire it? Do you desire the dragon? Do you desire the path? Then follow your path. Every path is created out of chaos. And that is, oh my goodness, that is what happened to me so much. The beginning of my path was pure chaos. And out of this, no one told me to get out of this chaos. But there was one who told me to get out of the chaos. And that is my dragon. My dragon by my side. I could understand him so much. It was like it was supposed to be these 7 years. 7 years of silentness. 7 years of being undistracted. 7 years, of course, of thinking that I'm going insane, of seeing a dragon and unlocking all of these powers and things like happening. No one could explain it to me. But it was my dragon who explained it the best. And that is what made me a dragon witch. That is what made us a dragon witch. If you listen to your dragon, don't listen to me, don't listen to anyone or someone that declares himself to be like a priest or something like this. I'm a preacher, not a priest. I will not say what you have to do. Every dragon is different. Every path is different. How the dragon is making your path is not where I go, but it's leading to the same place, to the dragon realms. That is where you belong, my brothers and sisters. So a path of the dragon is every time it's different. You know, every one of us, every dragon is different. Every path is different. So yeah. But it's actually very interesting to have someone by your side that can listen to you. That's, for example, family or maybe a friend who actually knows who you truly are. Because that is actually what I don't like about my dad. He doesn't want to hear about my draconic background, you can say. He doesn't want to hear about the magic that I do or unlocking all of these powers and all of these. For the past 17 years, what happened to me, I've been active on the path of the dragon for 17 years, where 7 years of that I did everything alone. I did everything alone, you know, and that is actually the best thing to have. But in this moment, you sometimes, you know, the path can be harsh, very harsh. Sometimes it messes with your mind. Sometimes it messes with everything, you know, that you wonder to yourself where you are standing. And sometimes you need someone by your side, like a member, family member, especially a family member. Family should be supportive whatsoever in this. But also, like, for example, you can also do this, you know, being alone. For example, being alone, undistracted, is the best way. But also to have someone by your side to talk to, you know, because people that are close with the dragon are very far away from humans, you know. We are far away from humans. We actually are so different than everyone else. We are very much different. So life in itself can be very difficult, and then it's actually important to have someone by your side who is very much supportive. But in the same moment, this quietness, this, you know, that is also the most important thing. Just listen to your dragon. Listen to what your dragon has to say. They are the best priests.